Welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Tuesday, December the 9th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Fantastic day for us in the trading room today. And let me first, before I talk about the first trade, which was save, just want to show you the SPY. Now, when we woke up this morning, the SPY was collapsing again. It looked like it was going to be just another bleak day. But these are the days where you can really make some money. Here's the open at 9:30. You see the big volume bar there. We had a bit of a rise, then a pullback. And then from this point on, say about 10:30, all the way to it's probably about 1:45, we had a nice, a couple a little pullback here, a flattening there, but basically a nice trend up. So here's where the bounce plays, momentum plays, a lot of things really work well. And the oil stocks, of course, did pretty well today because oil popped a bit. And because of that, the airlines, this was the excuse to sell off all the airlines that had been doing really well over the last little while. So that was the first trade of the day, save, Spirit Airlines. Now, Spirit, the interesting thing for me today is that I used a bunch of different strategies for my trades, and Spirit, of course, came not of course, but it came from the pre-market, and the pre-market we could already tell that Spirit was being beaten up. I mean, it's still down $10, even though at this point it was down almost $13. So, and you can see it's right here. It's on my up and down the most in dollars, absolute dollars. So it was flashing me right there. And so I missed it. Now it was really up and down, very erratic. And before I actually took this trade at 73.06 when it broke through the whole number, I'd actually tried a trade at 72.81, and I got out at 72.84. It was just popping around a little too much, and so I had decided that I would get into it again with the right pattern if it broke through the whole number. So that's what happened. 73.06, it got in. And it was still a little bit of erratic because here's this candle up there, and it had this is about 73.55, and then down right back down to I can't tell what this is, but no, well, it's probably my buy, just about my buy. But I was able to get half of it out at 73.55, and in fact, I'm let me just adjust this. Sorry about that. I'm just going to put. Hi, sorry about that. The problem I have doing this video sometimes is like I don't have the time to mark these up sometimes when I'm taking the trades, and so I'm doing it after the fact, and I'm kind of looking to see where I mean, I know when I got in, when I got out, but I have a feeling this is where I probably got out right there. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Half of it got out at 73. 55, and the other half at 74.77. So, from 73.06 to 74.77, what's that, $1.71? A fantastic trade. And I know some in the room, I know Dennis, I think he held on even through this downturn and was bound and determined that he was going to get $76 out of it. And I think, they were 76.11. So, but just a great trade. And, because when you think about it, there was nothing wrong with the airlines. There's nothing wrong with Spirit specifically. It's just that it had been going up quite a bit. If we take a look at the daily, I think we're probably going to see a pretty good daily chart on it. And yeah, you see, look at this. Look at this beautiful rise from here. So it was just an excuse to sell just because oil prices popped a little bit. It's not like they went back to $100 a barrel. So it's kind of amusing the way all this happens. So that was SAVE. That was the first one. Now, next one was RCII. This is going to be a bit of a long video because I say there's a lot of stocks to get to. This came on the bouncers. RCII right here, 31.97. What did I get in at here? 32.08. Okay. So yeah, so it was coming down here. I was alerted to it on all these candles coming down at 31.97 at 10:36. So I waited for it to break through the whole number. That's magic for me. If it breaks through the whole number and puts closes, can get above that number, like the last red candle, then that to me is my good trigger. So I got in at 32.08, and I was out half at 32.47 and 32.40. So not as, dramatic as the other one, but pretty stress-free. The other one was a little more stress-free because it was bouncing around quite a bit, but this was quite stress-free. So that was a nice little trade. The next one, oh boy, yeah, this one. Let me just show you this one. Oh man, this is a tough one to look at. Now, if you have been in the room, you know that Dan gave us a strategy, I think almost 2 weeks ago, and it's a swing play, 5 day swing long called a turnaround play. And so I was alerted to it at let's see, 29.75. That was the first alert. But the problem, let me see, what did I get in at? 29.75. So yeah, I didn't get in right off the bat. The problem is that I think at this point there were only, I mean, you look at the volume, here are the volume bars. Now, these are proportionate to this one. It had to be so, but still, the volume was, very, very light when I got that alert. It was on probably about 40 or 50,000 shares. Pretty tough. And also the spread wasn't great. Again for that for and which is sort of indicative when you're don't have a lot of volume. You can get something like that. So the bottom line is that I took the trade right here at 28.44. Excuse me, but it was really kind of acted. I held on through this. It came back up, but I decided on this one. This is incorrect. It should be, this candle should be right there. I decided to get out of it there. Again, I was just afraid that it might just completely collapse. There was hardly any volume, but holy smokes, look what happened. First, we get this candle right there, okay, and still not huge volume or anything like that. But all of a sudden, I mean, I think this is half 730 odd thousand shares came in right there and it's still going, 31.10. So, you know what? I'm in at 28.44. So almost $3 later. And so this is turning into a really interesting swing play. I mean, what I'm actually doing, and you'll see on a couple of others, is that I am at least one other, shouldn't say that. I think it's one other anyway, that I'm actually looking at them as day trades. I mean, that's really what I do. I usually day trade. Very seldom do I swing trade. But, this is maybe going to have to make a bit of a believer out of me because, now the idea is that you would be holding this for 3 days, but I would be hard pressed not to sell this after a two and a half, almost $3 pop. So that's the one where I sort of read it and weep, but, can't be too concerned about it. WRB. WRB again was the bounce play. And the bounce play right here came in 53.02. Love it when it's around the whole number. So here's where I was alerted to it. 53.02 came down, and when it broke through the whole number, and over this last candle here, I took the trade at 53.05 and was out half at 53.34 and the other half at 53.23. Again, nothing spectacular, but pretty simple trade, pretty stress-free trade. I'll take those all day long. Now, PNY. PNY is another one of the off the swing trade. And you can see it right here. I got the alert came in at 38.34. And let me get this out of here. 38.34. And here's the candle. So I took the trade at 38.37. Again, wasn't like it's only 265,000 shares, so it's not a lot of volume. Hung pretty tough right here, and then all of a sudden got rewarded on this big candle here. And I decided to take half out at 38.72, and I may in fact swing this last half and see what happens. Hold it for another 4 or 5 days and just see. But as a day trade, I will take this sort of a day trade all day long also. CFR. CFR is another one. And where did I get that one? Okay. Now, this is the breakout, my breakout alert. Now, the breakout alert is actually just the reverse of this. If you want to break the breakout alert, if you have these ones, the bounce alerts, basically you can just load the alert and do a flip of it because that's all this is. The theory is that now we're looking for stocks in which we have a lot of up candles, and then you're going to short it. as opposed to the down candles and play the bounce. What I've been finding though, because this market has been trending up for so long, that some of these just keep breaking out. And so I took CFR. It looked now I don't just go in and take these without somewhat of a decent pattern. But I have to say that they're all extended. I mean, this is extended up and all that. But I looked at this little pullback here, and I thought, okay, let's take it. The alert was here and it pulled back. These are 5-minute candles. And so I took it once the pullback was over, I took it at 73.45. And I was out actually both halves at 73.75. I got it the first half here, came back down and then up. And then as it came, I'm sorry, it went up here. And then as it came back down, I just don't have it marked. I should have had the little arrow here. I took it out here again. But you see, it's still strong. It's still not bad at all. And then the last one is, well, it was off this one, and this one did not work. HLX got the alert at 23.42. Now the market was starting to get a little weaker at this point. It was starting to flatten out and get a little bit weaker. Now you can see it's actually still popped back. But I did exit the trade. I got in here. Here's why. A bunch of these green candles in a row up. So I took the trade at 23.42, but just was having a tough time popping. And so I exited the trade at 23.38 for a loss of 4 cents. Actually, I thought it was 5 cents, but anyway. So that's it. A tremendously exciting day, and when we woke up and we saw the market was down, I was really hoping that this is the sort of day we would get, that it would just kind of climb for the rest of the day. And when you get that, you get all sorts of buying opportunities, especially when yesterday was down, and people are just salivating trying to pick up these, the stocks that were still pretty good, but had been dropped yesterday and first thing in the morning. And so these were all picked up. Now, this is an or energy solutions. I'm not sure if it's a pure oil and gas stock or not. I can't really tell. But wow, I'm frazzled. I mean, that was a lot of work. 7 trades, way longer than I normally, or way more trades than I normally take. But just a great day. Now, the room is really turning. I know maybe I'm sounding like a broken record, and I don't mind. If you're watching these videos and you're not coming into the trading room, I honestly don't know why you're not. We just got a bunch of great traders in the room, and we're getting to a critical mass in which we're attracting more and more attention. So I think it's only going to get better. So there's my off my soapbox, and just show you again how to get into the room. Here's the address, and as always, you can log in with your Facebook or Twitter account. And I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.